So we're having people from Kenya, Nigeria, DR Congo, Ghana. Yes, that's awesome. We're having like literally Africa join the whole group. It's awesome. I love that. I love that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So just like I mentioned, we will not wait too much for people because I want us to all finish and go back to. But hey, thank you guys for joining this beautiful masterclass. Usually I do this every time, but this year this is the first one I'm doing for this year, and I didn't really have enough time to do for this year. But I thought about helping 30 people this December because that's what I usually do every year. And basically, my masterclass is just going to be focusing on some of the things I already outlined, how I grew my LinkedIn page, how I was able to land myself job on LinkedIn, and also helping you make decisions on your career path or probably the things you're looking to make decisions with. I so most of you already know most of you. Some of you I just met you on LinkedIn, and yeah, I think that's it. Let me see how many people have joined so far. So we have 9 people joined. Still waiting for the rest to join. Okay. All right. So without wasting much, we just jump into today's masterclass. Usually, when we talk about masterclass, it's more like a secret that someone has been able to use to be successful that I'm also going to share with you. This doesn't mean that I'm a perfect person or I know it all. It's just a way of impacting the same thing that has helped me to also help you, right? And I was talking to Bright this morning. I looked at my spreadsheet and I found out that just this year alone, I have been able to successfully guided 50 plus people to land themselves jobs using social media, LinkedIn, and the rest, right? I've been able to help 50 people. Looking at my track sheet, 50 people land themselves job. I mean, that is nothing compared to people who have done 1 million. But in my own little space, I feel like 50 is a huge number for me. It's like an accomplishment for me. So usually I do this every year to help people, with the tips that I've used to become successful. So to just jump in, please, if you have any questions, just use the question tab that notifies you like this. Yes, and I would just call you to ask the question, or you can leave it in the chat box. I would also see it so that we can do this together. And couple of people that I wanted to join this meeting are just delaying, but that's okay. We can still go ahead with the meeting box. All right. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about is, can you all see my the screen that I'm sharing? You can see it. So you could just notify with this. If you can see it, like
Yep.
they have this notification stuff. Yeah. So just do this or whatever you feel like. You can give a heart. You can give these. Yeah. So if you have notifications, good, good. More, but I can see that. Awesome. All right. So one of the ways after COVID, one thing that happened to the employment workspace or the workspace in general is that most companies, 85% of companies, started moving remote. They started working remotely. And one of the places that people were able to get jobs was LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very, very massive platform that helps people when it comes to the aspect of getting jobs. You get it. And it can be very tricky to use, but very meaningful if you can understand how to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn can be a very meaningful workspace. Most of the 7 to 5 jobs that I've done in my career were all related or gotten from LinkedIn. Most of the jobs I've done in my career were all related and gotten from LinkedIn. So now these are some of the tips of how I was able to grow. But how many of you know LinkedIn? Gilbert, thank you for joining. How many of you know LinkedIn? Okay, Bright, you do know LinkedIn. Okay. Yes. Okay. Courage. Awesome. Yes. All right. So I can see most of you. Courage. I can see almost all of you know LinkedIn. Know how know LinkedIn. And okay, let me know. Ask how many of you use it. But the fact that you know, but how many of you have LinkedIn installed on your phone? Right, you do. Enoch, you do. Where else? I think Blessing also does. And yes, Murumba also does. You do have LinkedIn. And wait, you have LinkedIn. Courage, you have LinkedIn installed. Is that a question, Courage?
Yo, yo, yo. No,
Okay.
not a question.
So
Just
if
trying
you,
to say I actually have it.
yeah, so just use this sign, this one, so that I would know. Because when you use this raise hands, it's mostly for questions, but that's okay. But just use this one or this one to reply. Awesome. All right. So Courage has. Whitney, do you also have? You can show by this sign.
Yes.
Okay, you do have. Awesome. Obviously, Oguchuku has as well, and Courage also have. Courage, is there a question this time?
Not at all, not at all.
Blessing, you have a question? Okay, good. You're good. Awesome. All right. Thank you. So basically almost all of us do have LinkedIn. And thank you for jumping in, right, to this meeting. Good. All right. So LinkedIn, like I was initially saying, is one of the most effective platform when it comes to career choosing or career path or helping to grow your business or whatever you're doing. It's like an outstanding platform, and millions of students and graduates and people have been successful using LinkedIn. Now, these are some of the secrets that has helped me to grow my LinkedIn followers. So, one of the things I did was to identify my content. And most of you know that I'm a coach. I do more of like helping people make decisions in their career, relationship, whatever it could be. All right, choices of education. Should I choose this course or this career? We're able to explore some options together so that you can make better decisions on the choices you're looking to make. So one of the things I did was to identify my content. If you like to tell stories, if you like to talk about food, you shouldn't be having too much interest in politics. When people understand your content, they follow you better. But if today you're talking about a politician, tomorrow you're talking about religious, nobody knows what you're doing. So you're not going to get a focused audience. So you have to identify a content that you're good with or you're willing to look at. Now, when people know that content you're looking to do, they better help you grow it. I have a girl in Ghana here. She's called Cassandra, and I know probably Bright will know her. Cassandra likes to be a virtual assistant. She has over 17,000 followers. Cassandra started building her followers from a very tender time on of the year, and she was focused on helping to teach people how to use virtual assistance. So because of that, all her audience were coming because they had interest to learn about virtual assistants. So you have to be very focused in choosing your content. Content is one thing that keeps you on top of the space on LinkedIn. So if you love to cook, your content should focus on cooking, how people can benefit from cooking, what people can learn on cooking. You can even schedule an appointment to teach people cooking. You make money from that. Secondly, you have to connect and follow those you know on LinkedIn. Like with all of you who are attending this meeting can connect with each other. It's just a way of growing your connection. For example, if you're connecting with someone who have 120,000 followers, they will not connect back with you. The reason is because you have one follower. They don't trust you're a real account. They think you're a spam. You get it. So you need to first of all grow your own followers. Like you have to reach out to your friends that are already on LinkedIn. They are your party, so they will easily accept, right? You got at least 500 plus. With that, you have a lot of trust to connect with people who have higher followers. But if you're coming to connect with me and you have just one followers, if I don't know you, I won't connect with you because I might be thinking it's a fake account. And there are a lot of fake accounts on LinkedIn. There are a lot of fake accounts on LinkedIn. So people grow more interest when they see you having more followers. And the only way you can get more followers at the beginning is to connect with those that already know you, your peers, your friends, your church members. Connect with them. Let them connect back with you. That way they are helping to give you trust to connect with those people that you're having higher vision to connect with. Look for people that have so many followers and follow them. So for example, there is this guy I'm following. His name is called Darren. Darren is a vice president for Sky. Sky is like a coaching institution in the US. Like they're very big. I'm fortunate to follow Darren, and I follow most of his daily content. Now, what that does for me is anytime Darren posts, during between 10 minutes to 20 minutes has over 10,000 people reacting to his post. Now, if I reply to Derek's post with an insightful comments or reactions, many of those Derek's connections automatically begin to look at my comments. They will say, "Oh wow, this guy is so intelligent. How come this guy is making this kind of comment? Let us go and check his page." With that, automatically I am feeding from Derek's followers to my followers. You get how it works. So that's how it works. You must follow people who are already having huge followers. With that, when you leave a comment, yes, Femavo does that a lot. He comes to my comment and he leaves a comment. All my followers begin to feed for me, to feed to him. You get it. So that's how it works. That's how you replenish your followers. You look for people who have higher followers: 1 million, 10,000, 17,000, 120,000. Follow them, but they must be of the same interest to what you're looking to build. If you're looking to build a career in customer sales, marketing, or beautician, or maybe storytelling, or how to write on LinkedIn, you follow people who already started writing before you. You get it, and start commenting meaningful comments. You make meaningful comment. You must be able to sacrifice a schedule of 1 to 2 hours of your time to put your time on LinkedIn if you want to really, really be successful on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like a job. You must sacrifice 1 or 2 hours of your time. That this is dedicated. This is dedicated. Just a second. I want to send the link to. I want to send the link to one of my invites. She is coming. She's coming to. All right. All right. Yeah. So, oh yeah, you can even see that. So, oh, I changed. All right, you guys can all see this. Yeah. All right. Cool. You can see this. Awesome. Yeah. So that is it. You must be able to feed from a bigger followers, from a bigger personality and influencer, someone who has bigger followers. Yes. Hi, Curry. Welcome. How you doing? Can you hear me? Yeah. Your speaker is muted. Can you hear me? Could you unmute your speaker? Still, I can't hear you. You have to unmute your speaker. Or maybe I should help you unmute it. I think I have what it takes to do that. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Fortunately, I can do that. You have to unmute it from your end, Kiri. So you see the little button that's like turn off microphone and turn in microphone. You just click it and click off. If you see that one, Kiri. It's just on the down areas. So you see like a little tab that says turn off microphone and turn on microphone.
Yep.
Yep,
Got
good.
it.
You got it. Awesome.
Yep.
Sorry, technology can sometimes be hard. So guys, meet Curry. Curry is a friend I met on LinkedIn, and she is a career expert. I'll give her some moment to talk, but for the meanwhile, Carrie, just stay tuned as I just do my presentation. Is that okay? Great. All right. Yeah. So you can mute your speaker with the same place as well. Yeah. hmm Awesome. So that's one of the ways I built my followers on LinkedIn as well. And you also need to, yes, you have to repost their post. You post it on your handles. A lot of people would also come because of them. So one thing that LinkedIn does is when you repost someone's post, LinkedIn gives my followers a notification that Blessing or Bright has reposted so and so person's post. Now the audience of whoever you reposted their post will come to your page. If it's of their interest to continue to follow you, they will follow you. Maybe it's something that they're looking to do. Maybe you're a storyteller about Africa, or you're a content creator, whatever you are. If the audience of that person comes to your page and look at your page very well, for example, look at my page. This is my page. This definitely outline what I do. I am a coach. I'm focused on decision coaching, and I'm open to speaking on webinars and conferences, right? And I'm an educator, and I'm a life coach. When someone sees this, there is no question about whether to follow me or not, because if it's their interest, they have no choice than to follow me because I am a coach. You get it? So that's how it works. You must be able to keep a well organized um, a LinkedIn page. Your LinkedIn page must be professional and must have a call to action, right? The call to action for me is evaluate your game, reach out. So your LinkedIn page must have a call to action, must be able to define what you do. You don't have to give someone a doubt that when they come to your page, is this person selling fish or is selling chicken? Like, they shouldn't have that doubt. You must be straightforward. You must give someone they're straightforward, like what the person is looking for. Don't give the person a doubt if they should continue. The second one is post daily and timely. If you've agreed to post daily, you must have a time. Is it 7 a.m.? Is it 10 a.m.? Every 10 a.m. you must be consistent in posting. This is one area that most people fill out when they begin. It's interesting when they begin and they see the things nourishing and flourishing, then all of a sudden they give up. They don't want to continue. I know of a lady who makes over $1,000 every week from LinkedIn just for content writing. She makes almost $1,000. And you know how she make it? LinkedIn, of course, do not pay their clients or their users. LinkedIn does not pay. But you can actually make money using LinkedIn from your clients. Now, if you're going to have a section with her to help you write or draft a story, she's going to charge you over $200 just for an hour, or $250 just for an hour. And people are willing to pay. You know why? Because she has a solid brand. She has like a very solid brand. You get it? She has solid brand. You can see the number of her followers. You can see the people she has done things for. Like for me, for example, when you go under my review, you can have a trust to coach with me because so many people have made a review on my page. Let's look at one of the reviews someone did. She said my section with one call brought positive change in my personal life and professionally. His sense of humor is relaxing and creates a safe space. He asks meaningful questions. So there are a lot of reactions people can give on your page that when someone goes to your page gives a person a forehead of what you're all about, right? So it must begin with all about creating a daily post and also in a timely manner. You have to network with those in your field of interest. Like I mentioned earlier on, if you don't have much interest on politics, don't focus your energy and your strength and your time in that. Focus your area in where you really want to build a career in. That is where your content must be. You must discover the content in that. All right. Also, this is one of the most interesting part. I have a lot of people who ask me questions about job, how I landed myself jobs on LinkedIn, right? But one interesting thing about people is I have also been in that shoe. Everybody needs a job. Everybody wants to get a job. I remember there was last 2 weeks I was in what state was that? I was in one of the regions in Ghana, I think Cape Coast. And somebody who knew me after a training jumped out to me, "Hey coach Prince, I want a job. I really need a job so bad." And I asked the person, "What kind of job do you need?" She said she can do anything. And I told her, there's one of my friend in Accra. He has like a cleaning service. He needs people who will be focused on cleaning the toilet. This girl got so mad at me. She was so mad. She was insulting. She was saying all kinds of stuff at me. I didn't get bad. I didn't feel bad because I've met people like that for so long. But I asked her, "But you said you can do any job." And she was like, "Yeah, I mean any job, but not toilet cleaning." And I was like, "But you said any job." So you see the problem, that person is clearly that she doesn't even know the choice of work or career she wants to focus on. She just wants to do something for the money. But you deserve a career. You need something that you have to focus on. You get it? You have something you have to focus on. My wife, for example, she likes to talk to people who are disabled, like especially with hearing. So she does sign languages. That's a passion. She has passion in making signs to people who cannot talk and hear. She does sign languages for them. That's a career she's looking to pursue. For me, I'm looking to pursue a career in helping people make better decisions, because I know there are a lot of young people, especially return missionaries, who, when they come back from mission, they find it difficult to make choices. So the question is, what can I do to help them make choices? That's a career where I want to focus on. So you cannot just say I want to do anything because you need money. The money will come, but you still do not have a what. You get it? The money will come, you still do not have a what. So you must be able to identify a career you're looking to focus on. That's one thing you must do. And then you have to keep a good profile. A good profile is just like what I have done, right? So when someone comes to my LinkedIn page right now, they have no questions on what they do. Let's take example of another good profile. Hey, Curry, I'm going to use you for an example. Hope you don't mind. So this is Curry's page, right? It is simple. She's an advisor to students, family, friends, and neighbors to help them peek outside their box and discover that the impossible is possible. This is so clear. Like, you don't need someone to explain what this woman does. She's just there to help people, be it friends, family, neighbors. So your profile must be clear. You must have a very clear profile and keep a very good profile. Be a solution employee. Now, most often at times, people do not want to do voluntary jobs. When I most people do not know this. When I initially first came to Ghana, I had a lot of challenges, navigating through life. To an extent that I do not have my own apartment. I slept outside for several days. But when people see, it's always the success part of me. I slept outside for several days. But one important thing I didn't stop doing was doing voluntary work. I volunteered to work with BYU Pathway in 2017 to 18 as an ambassador for BYU Pathway. I worked with David Rupa. I worked with so many people, so many organizations for free. And the only thing I did in those organizations was I was a solution employee. You must always have a reason to solve something. Now, what do I mean by a solution employee? On LinkedIn, for example, when I go on LinkedIn and I see someone make a post, and they said that, oh, in 2017 my company was finding it difficult to navigate through sales and blah 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 blah, I would just go to the person's page. By the way, I know this guy. I'll go to his page. We've been chatting for so long. I'll go to his page and I'll write, hey Chad, I noticed you said your company has been, I connect with him first of all. Hey Chad, I noticed you said your company have been doing this. I am into sales and I have been able to help Courage and Blessing to navigate through sales for 10 years, and they have made over $10 million. When they see that, boom, you have given them a solution to your problem. And then you give them a call to action. Will it be okay if we meet on Thursday or Friday or Saturday, so time? If that's okay for you, what time do you prefer? Just a short letter. You don't need to write an essay because most people, they don't have time reading. Just a very short letter that has a call to action to it. And that's the way I did with this guy that I got my first $1,000 on LinkedIn. His name is Mel. His name is Mel. Mel is his name. All right. I have a lot of contact, but I'll show you that later. His name is Mel. Mel reached out to me on LinkedIn. He saw one of the posts. In fact, let me show you that post. Hold on. Mel. Okay. Yeah, please, if you have questions, let me know. And if it's taking too long, also let me know. Oh, Mel. Let me see if I can get Mel. All right. So this is Mel. Mel is the CEO and owner of a platform we call Auto. He does more of um, automo- autonomous solutions like robotic. They are into robotic cars and robotic tractors and stuff. So Mel connected with me, and I reached out to him, and I was like, I feel humble. Sorry, I connected with him, and I reached out to him with a short note. I feel humble connecting with you, sir. And he said, "Hey Prince, hey, how's your journey? What are you up to? I love your mission. Get ready to help others. How's that going? Have you read Cluster?" So he gave me a bunch of recommendations to read as well. But obviously, before he even says this, he means that he has gone to my profile to see my mission, to see what I'm doing. Get so he already knows my mission, right? That's why I'm saying you must keep a very good profile on LinkedIn, and also you must be a solution maker. What can I make different today? There are a lot of people who, I mean, you can actually even, one secret is that you can have a CEO of a company on LinkedIn, and you can connect with the person. Let's start, for example. CEO, CEO, and see the options that comes out. All these people are CEOs. All these people are CEOs of companies. And let's say I'm connecting with this guy, I know him. Let's say I'm connecting with this guy, for example. He's into data dive in Sally Systems, Amazon SEO expert. So if I'm able to connect with this guy who has over 14,000 followers and I'm looking for a job in Amazon and this guy is a CEO and I send him a connection request which he has already accepted because I know him. I send him a connection request which he already accepted. The only thing I need to do is just to add a short note. Yeah, I just add a short note. So the thing is, on LinkedIn, not everyone will respond to you. But if you're able to connect with about 20 or 10 people or 30 people a day, and you can leave a very actionable message for 10 people or 50 people a day, there's no how one person will not respond to you. There's no how one person will not respond to you. But you must be very, very precise in the message you leave for them. So if I'm able to connect with a CEO of an organization and I leave a message for that CEO, and that CEO finds that message overwhelming, what do you think will happen? Um, recently I was telling you about the guy I connected with. His name is Darren. Darren is let me show you Darren's post. Darren is the vice. Oh, okay. I think I have Darren here. Darren is the vice. Oh, hold on. Darren, not this guy. Let me see if I can get Darren. Yeah. Darren is. Oh, where's Darren? Where's Darren? Where's Darren? Come on. Okay, I think I have him on my. Okay, so yeah, let me see. I think I have Darren here. Oh, that's Darren. Good. So Darren is a vice president of sales for Sky. Sky is one of the companies I have always loved to work with. I've always I've always been dreaming. As at last year, I've been dreaming to work with Sky. They are basically a coaching organization that has helped made over 50,000 successful coaches what they are today. Like those coaches make 1 million plus in their career so far because of Sky. So Sky kind of breeds coaches and send them out with the kind of branding, and those coaches are like successful in the world. They are making millions of dollars. So I've always wanted to work with Sky, and I saw Darren made a post with the vice president of Sky. This was a huge opportunity for me. And the funny thing is, I know this guy. I know this guy that follows Darren. His name is Jim. This guy, his name is Jim. Let me show you Jim. Jim is a very good friend of mine. And so this is Jim. I chat with Jim, and Jim knows Darren personally. I reached out to Jim and I told Jim that, hey, Jim, I noticed you know Darren. Can you hook me up with Darren? And Jim gave me some secret about Darren. He told me that Darren likes, if you send Darren a message, like a message, he said, if you send him a message, I sent him a long message. He said Darren would never respond. But his secret is send him a video. Darren doesn't joke with videos, and I sent Darren a video just in less than few days. Look at what happened. Darren asked me for my calendar to book an appointment with me. This is someone I have been looking to get connected to. And now we are scheduling an appointment to talk on the 4th of December, right? So it goes beyond just having a LinkedIn app on your phone. You must be committed to using it. You must be very effective to using it. And one of the ways, like I said, you can use it is you must keep. And one of the funny thing is, Darren actually checked my profile to see what I do before he replied me, right? So if my profile was not as good as what I have here, probably he will not even this guy will not even mind him. But because a good friend also recommended me to him and reached out to him, Darren gave me a listening ear. So it's possible you can make that as well. And another thing is educate yourself and obtain some certification, gain the experience you need, network with those in your field of interest, reach out to the employees with solutions. One of the things that made me stop giving jobs to people is because of this issue. I've 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 personally taken people to people that I know can give them jobs, and they've given them the opportunity but they cannot do the job because they don't have idea or knowledge about the job they are looking to do. Oh, Prince, I can do data entry. I'm good at computer. When we give you the job, when you see the work, you don't feel do it because you don't have the experience. You don't have the skills. So I always tell people it's okay not to be able to have work to do now. Just make sure you educate yourself, build yourself. It's very important to build yourself, obtain all the whole certifications you need, all the whole knowledge and all the whole skills you need. Because when the time comes for you to enjoy, you're already in a better position for enjoyment because you have everything it takes. For me right now, if you call me for business consultations, I'm there. If you call me for business analyzations, I'm there. If you call me for business applications, I'm there because I'm just into business. But if you call me into robotics or mental health, I don't have any idea because it's not my field. Not like I cannot learn that field, but I will not even go there because it's not my field of interest. If you call me into politics, I don't have any interest there because it's not something I have focused on, but I have basic idea of every area of life. I have basic idea when it comes to business, when it comes to starting up, when it comes to branding, coaching, social media, all these things. I've made sure that I have put myself in a position to be able to be picked. So it's very important to take some time off to gain experience and to learn. And one of the ways you gain experience is be ready to do voluntary work. Many people don't like voluntary work because they feel like they just want the money now. But voluntary work exposes you to a lot of opportunities, lot of opportunities. So you must be willing to take advantage of that. So my last presentation is going to be decision making. But before I go, please, is there any question? I want you to leave a comment in the comment box. Is there any questions you have? Is there something you still need you feel you still need clarification for? Is there something that you particularly want to talk about? Because in my when I was doing my looking at the people who have signed up for my masterclass, lots of people said that they have questions pertaining to how they can grow their business. So these are some of the tips I'm giving to you. For those of you who said you want to learn how to grow your business, you must have a very good profile because most employees right now they don't need someone that will come and slow their work down. They need people who are solution employees. You must be a solution employee. What solution are you providing on the table, right? Educate yourself is very important. I have a degree with BYI. I have a license with ICF, International Coaching Federations. I mean, I have every certification that I need for my life. So today, I'm not worried for me and my wife, even though I don't have a job that pays me millions of CDs, but I have, I have something that is more than just the money as today because yes, more than today because I have necessary skills and experience that has helped me to grow. Initially, I started with comedy. Not like comedy didn't work for me, but I feel like in this area, in especially in Ghana, it's not really a navigating factor of of life to focus on. I gradually start just reducing the number of hours and attention I spent on comedy, and I started deviating it into an official career that I want to make official, which is coaching, speaking, and helping people to build their careers and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the area on that. So if you have any questions, please leave it on the chat box, and also just raise your hands if you have any questions. So let's take a few minutes, a few seconds. Is there any questions? Do you think you have questions or okay? Yeah, blessing. Let's hear you.
Okay, you talked a lot about our LinkedIn profile.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it basically more about the part that talks about that said we should talk about ourselves or everything on the profile?
Okay, great question. So let's take a look at my LinkedIn page. Can you all see this? If you can all see, just use this sign and do like this. Can you all see it? Awesome. Bright can see it. All right, Mwamba can see it. Yes. Okay, good. Mostly everyone can see, and I'm sure Kuri can see it as well. Awesome. So very important. Sorry. Someone sent me a message. Yeah, Kiri, I saw that. I'll give you some minute to talk about that. Well, so do you want to share that when it's time? Just hold that on. So
Sure.
yeah. So this is my LinkedIn profile. When people, if you notice one funny thing about LinkedIn right now, when you get a job on LinkedIn, LinkedIn can ask you apply straight or apply manually. So when you're applying straight, it means that automatically they will pick information from your profile to the employees that you're applying to or to the company you're applying to. That's how they do it this time around. But if you don't want to apply straight, you can apply manually. It means you want to enter the information yourself. But the most interesting thing about LinkedIn profiling is one, your profile information must be clear and simple to understand. What I mean by clear is, let's start with the image. When you see this picture, you see a billionaire, right? Yeah, I know I'm not a billionaire now, but that's what you see, huh? You see a billionaire. It gives the person a sense of the audience they are talking to. Because I've had a lot of people send me DMs like, sir, what time do you want us? I say, hey, this man they call me sir too much. Oh. They said not too much. But that's how they address me because of my profile. They just keep calling me sir. I say, hey. So you see, the profile gives them a sense of who they are talking to. Secondly, your job titles must be clear and precise. Are you focused on teaching or contacting? I don't understand which some people will say I'm focused on coaching and I'm focused on days. Yeah, you can have multiple choice, but it's always good to narrow your work to one that you truly love doing. Because when you give people a vision, that an idea, that or a sense that you do too many things, they don't trust your work because they don't really have time to look for someone who is just too busy everywhere. They want someone who can really focus on them. If you're looking to grow your career in teaching and education, let it be the focus point of your status. Let it be just what you're doing. Just like how I showed you Curry's title. She is open to just helping people become successful in their career. When you see that profile, you cannot have second thought about it. You understand? Yes. So it's good you want to have plenty job titles to do so that they'll pick you. Funny enough, it's not the plenty work you do that people pick you for. It is one particular focus of area that you've been able to impact lives on that people would want to focus on. For example, I am a decision making coach. I help people make decisions. I'm a life coach. This is the overall center of my business. As a life coach, you can be a health coach, you can be a wellness, fitness coach. You can be many coaches, but me in the life coach area, I'm into decision making coaching. I help people choose a career, and as well in accompanying to that, I am also an educator. I teach people. I present things to people, and I'm also open to speaking at webinars and conferences because I'm a coach. I can speak, I can teach people in conferences, right? This makes it simple. So if someone is coming to schedule an appointment with me, or someone clicks here to schedule an appointment with me, what time is going to be what link am I going to use? Oh, damn. Okay, just a second. Let me send her the link I sent Kiri. Kiri, sorry, I'm going to pick up the link from you just to send to someone who needs it. Yeah. She is actually from Philippines. So yeah, let's see if she's joined. Good. So well, where was I? Awesome. So if someone is going to schedule an appointment with me and it comes to my calendar where you schedule an appointment with me, they already know why they are coming. They are coming to either book me for coaching or for education or for speaking. Unless otherwise I applied for a job that I like, maybe communications job, and I don't use my profile. But if you're coming to my profile to schedule an appointment with me, you're scheduling an appointment based on any of these. That is how simple it should be. And also, when you're giving people your about should be very much detailed. Okay, let's look at some little about of me. With a burning passion for everything education, life coach, sales and marketing, career coaching, public speaking. My name is I'm a dynamic professional with a track record of creating impact in the field of work with 5 years plus experience in the industry, right? So this is just something brief, and I can go on and go on and go on to give you something interesting about me. Hey Yoma, welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking about that one.
Great. What time is it now in the Philippines? Are you in the Philippines?
Yeah, I am from the Philippines. It's 10:42 in the evening.
Oh, so late. So I won't take much of your time. So yeah. So thank you for joining us. We've talked a lot, and sorry you missed a lot, but we can still catch up one on one. So Kiri, I would just let Kiri say some few things, but before Kiri comes in, let me just wrap up with my last sections about career choices. If you want to make, if you want to choose a career, you have to be a good researcher. Great. 5 years ago, a lot of people did graduated with accounting in Ghana University here. Many of them didn't get a job. The reason is because most of the accounting softwares are now robotic. Robots are doing the work. You don't even need to call. If you call the customer care service now, they'll tell you press one for this. This is something someone should have been doing, but right now, robot is doing them. So you have to be a researcher. You have to ask yourself from now to 10 years' time, what is one job that I can do that would never require a robot to take my position? And one of those is technology. One of those is beauticians, fashions, because these things, technology can also your clothes, measure your clothes for you. You get the point. So you have to research and look for areas that from now to 5 years' time, what can I do that nothing can take away that position? I'm a speaker, I'm a coach. Robots cannot come and stand on my behalf and speak because they don't have the experience that I have. A robot can only be programmed to do something that it can do, but the robot cannot share my own experience for me. I have to share my experience myself. So such field cannot fail. The field of being a solution maker cannot finish. Corey is a solution maker. Her field can, until she dies, there's nothing that can take away her position. So these are some of the things you have to be a researcher. You have to be able. Hey, Elder Rupert, welcome. How you doing? Okay, so I'm sure he would look out for the mute speaker and then join. So that is some of the things you have to be. You must have a high knowledge of the field you're jumping into. If you're looking to be an astronaut or a technician, whatever you're doing, you must have a basic idea of that job. Reach out to employees with a solution in mind. Hey Jack, hey Corey, I think I'm very good in talking to people. What area of your company do you think you can put me to help? Just reach out with a solution. You should be willing to volunteer your time. You must have to volunteer. Femovo is a very good guy in volunteering. Femovo has over 6 jobs, right? And it's all of the job, most of them are volunteering jobs. And I know more opportunities will come to you. Look at your strength and your weakness before you go to choose a job. If you know you're not going to be good in areas of technology, you don't need to start looking into that area. Look for the area where your strengths and your weaknesses are. Cultivate a trustworthy and a honest lifestyle. This last one has been what has really helped me. I have had people entrusted over $7,000 in my care because they trust me to do a project for them, and I've executed it with the same trust and worthiness. This is the area where more people lack. They just think it's all about the money. But you can eat the money today and lose your dignity tomorrow. So, very important to cultivate a trustworthy and honest lifestyle. Very, very important. All right. Any questions? All right. So cool. Let's listen to Curry. Just give us a few minutes, some few minutes speed before I'll jump to Rupa. Hey, Rupa, are you there? Could you hear me, the Rupa? Okay. So I'm sure. Yeah, you
Sorry. Hey, I'm here. Sorry, I had to
awesome. No
unmute.
problem, Rupa. Hey, you joined us at the right time. Hey guys, this is Elder Rupa. He's just a man open for doing good, and he's been known for doing good anyway. Hey, Rupa, do you know Kuri?
I do not. I was checking her out here. Corey, where are you?
Hey, Kuri.
I actually live in Fruit Heights, Utah.
Oh, okay.
And I am
I'm
a service missionary.
excellent.
And
Excellent.
my assignments have been with BYU Pathway. I did BYU Pathway Connect, and then I was in the career development department in BYU Pathway. And then from there, I was given another assignment at Ensign College, and I'm currently in the career development department there. And I'm designing modules on how to do resumes, how to interview, how to network.
Guys, is this
Well,
not beautiful? You have like
we should,
two
yeah,
key
we should
resources.
talk. Prince should send me your contact info. That sounds like a great trip that you're going.
I will do that. So guys, you have like two authentic individuals here. David is good when it comes to opening and doing good. Corey has so many years experience in helping you build your career. So you can actually reach out to her on LinkedIn and just use the key code Coach Prince. Because she knows me, she can accept your request. That's one way of trust. So what I'm going to do is I will give Corey a few minutes to talk about career stuff, and David will just balance the time for us. Is that okay, Corey?
Sure.
All right, Corey, let's do it.
Okay, you heard a little bit about me when telling Rupert where I was Elder Rupert.
Yes.
David, you call me David. That's fine.
David, okay. And so what I want to do is Prince has given you a lot of motivation to go out and network, and especially with LinkedIn. And so I forwarded an article to him that was created by BYU Pathway, and it will take you step by step. Follow those steps, and it's how to create a powerful LinkedIn profile. And so hopefully he'll be able to send that out to you. It was created the end of last year. And, I don't know what all of your background is, but I know that BYU Pathway has been working really, really hard at helping the students there get jobs, and basically remote online jobs. But so this is one of the articles that BYU Pathway created, was this. So Prince always got it up there. So that's the introduction that you can see on your page. And then I hope you've got more pages. If you can go down, you can see the steps.
Yeah,
and it even tells you.
I'll forward this all to your email so you guys can all have it here.
Okay. And so in particular, BYU Pathway sees a future in digital, creating digital profiles. And so LinkedIn is extremely powerful. It's just amazing, all the things. And Coach Prince has just shown you a little bit of it. And I even need to go in and do a lot more on my LinkedIn profile. I've just been so busy with my other assignments. But I know that it's really, really important to create that. And beginning in January, LinkedIn is going to start relying on AI. And so all of the recruiters coming on LinkedIn, they're going to use AI tool provided by LinkedIn to search for you, to search to hire you. So this is the time to go in and really take time in creating that profile. Not only is this, you can look at the document I sent you about LinkedIn, creating that profile, but on LinkedIn, there is, and you go into LinkedIn Learning, and there is a self-taught instruction on how to rock your LinkedIn profile. And again, they take you through step by step and how to do that. And I know Prince showed you my little statement about myself. And I created that because I took that course on how to rock your profile. I just didn't go in and say, here I am, this is what I do, blah, 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 blah. So I created a little paragraph about me and what I'm inspired to do and what I want to do. And I find that I don't know what your targeted audience is, but BYU Pathway audiences is our students that never ever even thought that they could get a college degree. And so they don't have the vision of what that looks like or what that feels like or what emotionally that feels like. So I basically think that they are in a box, and in that box is just what they've been around. No one's inspired them to go out and look for other things. So what I want to do is open up that box and help you peek out and look around and see what the possibilities are. And right now there's so many possibilities. And this LinkedIn profile and just being able to get out there to digitally create your profiles on other venues is going to be extremely important, so that you get your name out there, you get what you do out there as much as possible, because this AI is just taking over, and people are going to start using it, and you'll be found. But you've got to be able to create a you that can be found and will interest and motivate people to learn more about you. So follow the LinkedIn information that Prince gave you today and the reasons why, and that's really important. The other thing I want to tell you is that you've got to be able to choose a career that's going to fit you. And so, and I just listened to a webinar by a group that's called People Grove, and they look at creating a career scientifically. So they just talked about the study that they did, and they found out that people get jobs, and in the past and in coaching, people have said, look to your strengths. And People Grove in their studies found out that if you can choose a career that you're interested in and matches your values, that will motivate you to stay in your job. And they said, you know what your strengths are, but you've got to like those strengths and have value in there. You've got to have a reason to do that. So in choosing your career, look at that. Make sure that you've got an interest in what you want to do and there's value in there for you. So, for example, I am extremely interested in helping people better themselves to be able to get a job that they'll love and do, to be able to become a disciple leader. I have a strong testimony in a higher power, Heavenly Father, and the Savior Jesus Christ. And I want to be able to help people to use that influence and that help that is there to better your lives, and then do it the right way where you will find peace and happiness and joy. Those are the motivators that are going to keep you going throughout your life. So now, and then I would suggest that you try to find that fit for you, keeping those things in mind. So here's another tool, and it's called, and the web address is ONE.
Would you send that to me so I'll forward them via email to all of them here?
Yep, I will. Okay, but it's called onetonline.org. ONET online.org.
Or you can put it in the chat box.
Okay, because I'm not good at this. Presenting. Okay, I could do that after I finish, okay?
Awesome.
Okay. So, but this is, this web address connects you to the United States Department of Labor. And it is a huge database. They've been doing this for over 30 years, putting together this database of all the jobs that are possible out there, all jobs that are possible. And even though it's United States Department of Labor, all of these jobs are throughout the world. So they'll be relatable to anything that you want to do. And when you open up that website, you put in a job there in the top right corner. It says keywords, the job you want. And so you can go in there and put in like human resource management. That's what mine is. And then, you know, whatever your desire, excuse me. And then it'll bring up another menu, and it will give you a whole list of jobs that you can actually learn about in like human resource management. And you can click on any one of those jobs, and then it will go in and it will tell you exactly what is involved in that job. They give you tasks, that they give you skills, they give you knowledge, the ability that you need. They tell you how many years you need to study or to get a degree or a certificate. It's got all of this information, and it's absolutely fantastic. So that's a place that you can go to find your fit. And remember to concentrate on your interests and values. And I just want to give you 2 examples that why this is so important. So number 1, there's a story about a famous tennis player who went through the circuit. He won many, many tournaments. And then just recently in his life, he won a tournament, and then he just walked away because he said, I'm tired. I just can't do this anymore. I'm bored. And he ended up walking away. That was his strength, but it just didn't interest him anymore. He was bored, he was tired, and he wanted to do other things. And then another huge example is during the pandemic in 2021 and 2022, there were millions and millions of people quit their jobs, just couldn't take it anymore, because even the money that they were earning did not keep them in that job, and they left, and they absolutely had nothing else to go forward to. And that's documented in a lot of articles that you can find. And they labeled it the Great Resignation. So you can search that, Great Resignation, and find out that all these people quit because they didn't have interest. They didn't have their values in trying to do the best they could. All right, I hope I've helped. And any questions?
Hey, Curry, thank you so much for that powerful
Yeah.
insight. So, guys, you already have someone. Like I told you, you can connect with her. She's going to help you. Yes, you might have a question. You have a question for Curry? Please do ask. Then we should be jumping to Ruben.
Actually, this is more on like I get few application jobs like
Okay.
and they are asking me for a voice recording, and I just want to ask, on creating my voice recording, would it be necessary like to say on those recording the skills that they are looking for in an employee?
Okay. So, do you understand the question, Curry?
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
Prince,
So-
could you?
So let me paraphrase the question. So she got a job,
Mhm.
or she will get a
Mhm.
job, and one of the job requirement or the job or the work is asking her to send a voice recording. She's quite curious to know what are some of the important things you think should be on the recording while sending to them.
Okay, excellent. I just gave a workshop on this last week. So, and I've also had experience. I've interviewed many, many international students to help them with a resume, help them apply for a job. And so one of the things that they're asking now is that everybody record a video.
Yeah.
And so this is really involved, and I'm just going to give a quick explanation of how you do that video. So the I've worked with a hiring company. I've seen videos that students actually submit. And the big thing that everybody knows is me in 30 seconds. And is that something that you're all familiar with? Is the me in 30 seconds, where you put together who you are, what you do, where you want to work? Are you familiar with that, Prince?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, and what happens is that you write that down, you practice, and then you start the video, and you're just you've memorized that, and you say that in the video. So what comes across is a memorized message, and you have and it's just flat. It's just absolutely flat. And so in those recordings, when they show them to me, they'll say, oh, we had interest in this guy, not this guy. He had no personality. He didn't smile. He just kind of gave this little script, and that was it. So they choose if you're going to get an interview through that video. And so you think about using another process instead of me in 30 seconds. So I have a tool, and it's called the FIT model. It's FIT. So every one of those things says, every one of the letters stands for something. So F stands for share your favorite thing. I stands for share an insight gained or an improvement desired. And T stands for transition made. And so you can actually say those things when presenting in a video. And so let me show you what that looks like. So F, you can start out and you can even say, oh, my favorite thing about my current job, which is in human resource, I'm a human resource professional, is that I get to help people one-on-one. I just love helping them and showing the way. I want to listen to them first. I want to listen to them to understand what they really need. And once I have that, then I know what I can do to help. And my insight gained is that I try to create a personal relationship between that person. I share who I am so that they can trust me. And then I learn. And as I said, I listen, and that's so important. And then with that, we can go and really be constructive in our efforts and all of our energy to go the right way and to help each other. And then the transition made was that I was in a business and people were telling me what to do and how to do it. Transition I made is that I decided to create my own little business and go out. I was trained to, this was my transition to go from being in this business to working on my own. And I got a certificate in WorkKeys job profiling. And I was in charge of myself. And what I did is that through WorkKeys job profile, they certified me to be an authorized job profiler. And I went into large companies like Pepperidge Farm, Owens Corning, big companies, and I traveled throughout the United States, and I'd go into these companies and I job profiled, and I talked to employees and told them and tried to figure out what their job was. And then I defined what that job was, what level of expertise, what the tasks were. And then everybody knew what they were doing. It was an awesome experience. And so this transition too is going to be able to help Prince help you. And I'm so glad that he invited me. So I hope you saw the 3 parts. I told you what my favorite thing was. I told you the desired improvement that I wanted. And then I told you about my transition. So FIT.
Great.
And that's a short way of doing it.
Great.
And that's how you can put it in a video. And if you can do that, you're really talking to somebody and you're sharing something that's important to you. You've got value, you've got your interest you're showing in there, and then they want to be able to interview you. You are, if you can do that, you're very interesting, and that will, we call that a hook.
Great.
They want to learn more.
Awesome. Can we show her some clap? Like, let's just do some clap for her.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see
so
her some clap.
awesome.
Yes. Thank you so much for your questions, Yoma, and for the wonderful response. Like, this is what people pay to go and attend in normal conferences. People pay $500 for a slot, $1,000 for a slot. And so I'm just going to address a few questions in the message box. And so I do contemplate, how do one convert his good communication skills into becoming a solution employee? Coach Prince, Coach, please, can you throw some light? So communication is very important, just like Ria said. Knowing what to say is very important, because just one word can ruin your entire life. I remember there was a friend I have who has prepared for an interview for almost a month. They gave him a date for the interview. He prepared for it for almost a month. And the day of the interview, this guy has been preparing for a month. So he was ready. So he knocked his tie. He was sitting in front of the camera. And then he was saying all the good things he needs to say. And just one word that he said ruined the whole interview away from him. Okay? And the interviewer could just imagine, what is this guy saying? So that particular word that you say will ruin the whole interview. So just like Kiri has said, when talking to employees, we have to be very mindful of the kind of words we use. You have to keep it simple, and you have to show passion for what you love and what you're willing to offer. That's always what I made in the past. You must be a solution. What are you bringing to the table? They have had, before you're coming, don't forget that company has had tons of employees. The question is, what are you bringing to the table? You must be able to bring something to the table. I always used to reference this to one of the stories I read in the Book of Mormon, the brothers of Gerard. They brought in stones. That was what they were bringing to the table. And they told the Lord, touch it. So the question is, what are you bringing to the table? And when you're bringing that to the table, you can tell the employees that this is what I'm bringing to your company. And I am confident that this is going to bring this and that change to your company. Be a challenging employee, not challenging in a negative way, but in a positive impact. You must be willing to make change in what they are doing. I know of a friend on LinkedIn who, because of him, the company changed the entire culture of work. They've been doing like a very bad culture in the work, but because of this guy's attitude and willingness to say no to something that was bad, they changed the company's culture of practice. So you can be a very good communicator by some things that you do and say. Sometimes not just by your words, but your actions is also communicating. How are you reacting to things? How are you willing to change things is also doing. I don't know if that helps. So you must be able to bring solutions to the table, and you must be very mindful of words that you say. If you don't understand some English words, don't put your head into it. Don't worry about saying them. Just use the simple English you can say. You don't have to start pronouncing contemplation. No, just pronounce simple. I am contemplating. I am wondering. Simple words that people can understand. Don't confuse yourself and embarrass yourself. So in communication, it requires skills, and some of those skills are just to speak in plainness, in simple terms that both you and the employer can understand and make sense to. Don't keep the employee thinking, is this guy trying to go left or right or right or left? No, just make it clear. Yes, someone is having a question. Am I right? Oh, that's curious. That's okay. All right. So Bright also asks, in terms of engaging with thought leaders in our industry, what's the best approach to it for this initiation? Conversations or contributing to discuss without coming across intrusive? That's a very powerful question. In terms of engaging with thought leaders in our industry, what's the best approach for initiating conversations or contributing to discussion with? So one of the best practice I can think of is listening. One of the reasons why I said listening is a very big key. I know people who they have, um, especially in interviews, when you're talking to thought leaders, you must be very, very attentive. The reason is because you would find what to say in what they are saying. For example, we are all talking about cookies and pizza here, and then someone jumps in. Oh yeah, I remember the car. It was red. You totally ruined the conversation. The reason was because you weren't even listening to what they were saying. You were just focused on jumping into the conversation. But listening, because from the listening, you would find what to say from what they have said. That's one of the things I can think of. You have to listen to know how to better approach it. I remember when, I think it was in the scriptures, when who was that? Was this Solomon, or when they brought the two babies to the king, and then one woman was saying, "This is my child," and the other woman was saying, "That's her child." Was that King Solomon? Yes, that's King Solomon. But what did King Solomon say after listening to the two? What did he do first? He listened to the both parties, and after listening, what did he do? He made a
Made a
wise
decision.
yes, he made a wise pronunciation that let them cut the baby. And as a result of doing that, what happened? They were able to find results that that baby doesn't belong to the woman, it belongs to this woman. So listening is a very important key in times of interview or life sector. How do you recommend incorporating hashtag strategically to increase disability discoverability of content and as specific hashtags? So hashtags are very important, right? So David had to jump out because he has another meeting. But hashtags are very important. If you want to get discovered, please use hashtags, especially hashtag focusing on the right content. You cannot be talking about protesting for lives and you're hashtagging for jollof. It doesn't click. It doesn't click at all. You don't hashtag for jollof when you're protesting for lives. When you're protesting for jobs, you don't hashtag president, shawarma or pizza. So depending on the content, that is what um, derives or brings up the hashtag. So if I'm talking about motivational speak, hashtag motivated minds, hashtag this, hashtag that, because hashtag gives your push the opportunity to be seen by a collective word. You get it? Because that hashtag has already been used. An interesting thing about LinkedIn is that it pops up already used hashtags for you. So when you push hashtags, maybe you're trying to start motivation, all the whole hashtag that has already been used by millions of people will pop up, meaning that your post has the ability to be seen by those same millions of people and even more. So that's how hashtag works. But okay, the US Department. So Curie has posted some few things in the chat box relating to um yes, words should match actions. Great thought. That's it. Awesome. Yes, thanks for the great insight, Curie. Good. Yeah, so curious people are giving you shout out in the group. So guys, like I said, I know I'm a very good timekeeper. I don't want to spend much of your time of the day, but it was an awesome opportunity having you guys here. one important thing that people always feel doing is that they don't want to attend programs like this because they feel people just talk and talk. But I tell you, if you do not start building yourself today, your tomorrow, your next year would still be like yesterday. This is not a curse or a way of putting spell on you. This is a reality of life. If I hadn't changed my approach of things, I wouldn't be where I am today. Today, I'm married. I stay in my own apartment. I can provide for myself. I'm still looking for more opportunity. I started with a job that paid me $2 an hour, $5 an hour, like that. Until now, I'm taking something way better. Good, you get it. So you must be able to not be satisfied in where you are. Growth must be constant in your life. You shouldn't be satisfied in taking $2 or $3 an hour. People cannot just pay you $2 for your entire life. You have to think of growing. Look at Kiri today. She's achieved a lot in life. She doesn't really need to worry much because she has laid the foundation for thousands of people. So your life must be full of growth. Your life must be full of growth. You must think of changing from where you are today. What can I do to become better? Many people who knew me when I started would look at me today and say, dude, there's so much change in you. Like you're impacting a lot of lives. Not just because I want to be impacting lives and keep impacting life, but I want to just grow. I want to make changes in life. So could I say, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the best masterclass I have this year, interactive questions wise. For those of you who have not asked questions, I just hope we are all on the same page. And many are very good listeners. They don't talk, but they are very observant. That's good. So I hope you're in those. Whitney said that the masterclass has really been insightful. Thank you, Coach Prince and Kiri. Looking forward to connecting with you on LinkedIn. Please do connect with her. And like I said, use the key code Coach Prince because she knows me. She can easily connect with you. That should be the key code. I came for a masterclass, but I received a conference worth of information and knowledge. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Sister Kiri and Coach Prince. I've been grateful in enlightened. That's it. That's the spirit. So I hope you go out there, and if you're not doing anything, you want to turn on your camera so we take a picture. But if you don't want to turn on your camera, that's okay. We can just, or you can take the picture if you want, your screenshot if you want. You could actually just post this on LinkedIn, tag me. Awesome. You can post this on LinkedIn and tag me. And awesome, Yalma, nice to see you. Blessing is already on. Yes. Mwamba is also on. Whitney, are you able to turn your Wi-Fi on? Grant, are you able to turn your camera? Sorry. You able to turn your camera on? So you can
No, please.
That's okay. I understand. Maybe you're worried you're not comfortable. So I will send you guys a picture. Everyone look at the camera. 2 4 go. Awesome. Good. So I'll send you guys all the picture. You can post on LinkedIn, tag me and tag Kiri just to also feed on my audience and my followers as well as your own as well. So Prince, it's been awesome. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you guys so much. It's such a nice so my last word is please stop being a game changer. I'm actually a professional life coach, so I coach people. So if you want to meet me one-on-one, unfortunately you would have to pay though, but we can always compromise, right? So that's the good thing about me. I can always compromise, but that's what I do as a profession. I coach people. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, Coach Prince and Curry. Awesome. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. And I recorded this video. I'll send you a record if you want. But guys, I just want you to remember that you can success is just in your hands. Trust me. If you want to be successful, it's just like this. You just have to snap it and you keep going. Yes, you can always do it. Because it took me. Awesome. How did you do that?
Oh, that's lovely.
And it just showed you love. I didn't even see. Why is mine not showing me love? But how did you do that? How did you do that?
Just
Wait, why is my own love not coming? Oh, I don't get love.
And then
I think she
I was
programmed
at a
it already.
devotional and listening to the Elder Uchtdorf, and he also went like this.
Yes, like this. That's correct. Mhm.
Yeah.
But Kiri, I'm just wondering, why is my love not coming? I'm not seeing my love.
Oh, well, they see it. You just do that. Everybody else sees it.
Do you guys see it?
Yes.
You see mine?
Yes.
You
That's
see my?
it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh man, I see it now. Awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that all this while. I thank you for teaching me new stuff. So guys,
Yeah.
I know we've all learned a lot. Sorry for taking extra second minutes of your time, and it's just because of switching different presentations. But it's been awesome. So the bullet point to learn today
It
is
is.
you should start building a very good LinkedIn profile. Reach out to people can help you build a good LinkedIn profile. I'm going to send out the materials that she sent me to all of you, and also the job site she also said. And please connect with this woman. She has a lot of help to guide you with. And you don't always think that talking is not enough. Talking is the most important thing. So she has all the secrets. They say something that when an older person is alive, please take all the knowledge you can take. Because when they pass in the knowledge. So please take all the knowledge Curie has right now. Take all this knowledge. I've given you a platform to meet with Curie. You can schedule a time. She's a super busy woman, but you can schedule a time to talk to her one on one if she allows you or her calendar permits you. And you guys can always, think of ways to write resume, do interviews online, because most interviews now are on video. You have to do a video answering questions. If you don't know what to say, it can mess up. They will not even reply you again. So she can help you, guide you on how to do interviews with resumes and stuff like that. And wish we could do this again. I've learned a lot today. Also, we can schedule another time next year, and I'll see if Curry is
Yeah,
able to join. But
please.
yeah, so yeah, guys, any other questions or let's jump out? Coach Prince, thank you for inviting me here. I've learned a lot. I know, right? Awesome, Austin. Great. Blessing. One question, then go.
Not really a question. I just want to say a very big thank you. Like, I was actually preparing for this, but I didn't know I was going to meet someone like Corey. I didn't
Oh
even know I
yeah,
was going to
surprise
see
guest.
all these people. So it's such a blessing. And I've really
Amen.
learned a lot. And Prince, I know you way back. And I just want to say that indeed you've changed. And I'm proud of the man
Awesome.
you've become.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much. I
much.
really appreciate for that. So guys, so let's stay in contact. You have my LinkedIn page. If you don't already have my LinkedIn page, this is it. Let me share that to you. Of course, you should know my LinkedIn page. Yeah, so this is my name on LinkedIn. You can jump in and connect with me. The name is One Prince. The funny thing is when you just type search here, I'm the only person that LinkedIn gives you. I don't know why. Yeah. So when you just search here, I am the top person LinkedIn gives you. Yeah. So I'm the first person LinkedIn would always give you, so you can connect with me, and then we can. I can also share my contact with you, my networks with you, and help you. I'm always open to helping people, but if you want to have a coaching session with me, you just have to know that it's a job, so you have to But I'm always looking to help you anytime I can. All right, thank you so much, guys, and do have a great rest of your weekend, and do enjoy your Christmas. Just be sure you're safe. Don't engage in any fights or issues. Enjoy. Kiri brought something to my mind that we are beginning to lose focus of why Christmas was meant. It's because of the Savior. Let us put our center in the Savior. That's very important. And thank you for joining in, everyone from Kenya, Uganda, DR Congo, Nigeria, Ghana. So much love to you guys, and do have a great day. Bye bye. All right, Kiri, I'll see you later. Bye.
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 Mhm. All right.